Well, before I begin, I'm going to apologize for the wind and road noise right off the bat. Alright, let me try this again in the tree line. So, I apologize for the wind and road noise today, but what are you going to do? So, I was driving the current road the other day, looking in at the old rail bed and the massive wall of ledge, and thought, wow, I never actually hiked that. So that's what we're doing today. We're hiking it. At least a portion of it. Yeah, it's springtime, it's freezing, it's windy. So, back where we just started, like I said, massive wall of granite where they blasted it out on that side. Then, the river, way down. And it's ripping from all the rain. So, this should be interesting. Because as usual here in New Hampshire, New England in general, you have lots of old stuff. There's some rock wall off that end. Sorry, I'm walking sideways because of the wind. So, when you drive down the road, when you look in, you can actually see a lot of strips of old road, which is kind of neat. Well, a lot of the old railroad ties, discarded, have become the shoulder for the cliff. Yeah, there's a lot of granite in there, as you can imagine from what they took out of there. What I will be really curious to find, because it's always the way, the indigenous people followed the river, the settlers followed that, made their cart paths. Then automobiles started to change the roads, and then as we needed better roads. So there's always these multiple layers of travel. Yeah, and add in the rail bed, obviously. But there's always these multiple trails of travel along the rivers. Wow, there's actually a wall up there. Like, I don't know, 50 feet up? Jeez. Ah, we are in the corridor of no wind. Thank you, walls. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one today. Filming wise, I'm trying to redirectionalize myself every time the wind picks up, which is like constantly. So I keep popping in over the shoulder towards the river. There's some old wall. Now the big question is, because I drove by and looking in I could see road, but I don't know where exactly it was. It was definitely in between the new road, the river, and the tracks. It's wherever I enter, I have to make sure that I can get back out. And it'll probably be in the same place. Question is, where do I choose to enter? I haven't seen anything that stands out yet, so maybe not. So I don't know if you can see the wall going up, or wherever that goes up. Wow, crazy people. Make sure you line that property, people. Oh, wow. There is stacked rock way, way down there. Yikes. That might be the old road down in there. So we may have to go down in there. Too steep. Walking along looking for a point of entry. So the river is on the other side of the road. That's just wetland, which means the old road probably crossed way back over there because there was a bridge for the river. This is rough landscape. Well, this may be our best and only spot to enter. Old ties, old wall. Now, where is the old road? I've definitely seen it driving by. So the rail bed up there is, you know, mid 1800s. I think it ran into the mid 1900s. I don't know when they revamped and redid the road. But as I walk along, you know, the ledge, the cliff up there, tracks, old road is somewhere in the middle here. Talk about being trapped. You know, if you broke down on that, your early 1900s Ford, you were stuck, at least to the left and right. You had to walk back and forth. So I had actually backed up a bit because the further I went, the deeper the tracks got away from the road. But tracks, wall, and there's another wall. But this does not look remotely even close to what I was seeing for a chunk of road. Oh, wow, there's a third wall in there near the river. So there's 3 walls between the tracks and the water. Yeah, this isn't where we want to be. Wow, I'm going to take a break out of the wind. It is 34 degrees with the wind. Not very spring-like, but this is the point I'm trying to make when I show you guys things, of how absolutely senseless a lot of these old rock walls are, as to why you would even bother to build it when you've got a natural wall right behind it. Crazy. So yeah, I better exit now, go up a bit further, try again. And the things you miss until you go down into a hole and look back up. Ugh. Well, that hasn't passed any water in a long time. Very cool. Woof. I figure if I don't enter here, it ain't gonna happen. All right. That looks like old road. Oh yeah. Yeah. This is the old road. Jeez. Current road, river, road, railroad tracks way up. And unfortunately, I know I can't walk it because tracks, it gets steeper as we go that way, and then the road eventually crosses where I started. So this goes to a trap, basically. So you think of, they basically blasted out the run up there for the train. It's crazy. It's so steep because it just keeps going past the tracks. Man, yeah, that's steep. Whew. Well, that was fun. I'll have to close out the video in this trench because of between the road and the wind. Wow. So, for you locals, this is one of the lines that runs to Keene, and I know where I'm at. There's a mountain there. Obviously the river is at the low point, and then there's a mountain over there. So when they were running this line, there was no other option but, I guess, straight through here. I mean, you would have had to have gone far enough out where there was already a line. Crazy. All right, well, time to get out of the wind. You guys, stay warm.